welcome to the Sportsman Show. Finally, we're back on here. 3 weeks hiatus. I was hacked on my Facebook page by I don't know who, don't know what happened. I'm back anyways with my partner, Coachy. And if you're viewing us from television or YouTube or anything like that, get on board with us. This is 64 shows. And
we feel sorry we had to abandon, but unfortunately, as Joe said, this had nothing to do with me. This time it was him from some guy that we won't mention, but he was trying to sell him something, and it looks like it did a lot more than what he bargained for.
A lot more bargained, a lot more. So, yeah, everything went downhill quickly.
Yeah, that's why we haven't been. That's why we haven't been on the air, folks. Unfortunately, but it wasn't like last year when I had to take a pause because it was a different situation when when family member had to go somewhere and
you had to do your house sitting or something like
that. No, it wasn't house sitting. It wasn't house sitting. It was called I had to stay away until she got the good old
the COVID-19 the zonked list. You were trying not to be on it and stuff like that. We'll probably go for my booster shot maybe on the weekend or
I already got mine.
You already got yours?
I got mine last week.
I'll probably walk into Walmart and get my booster shot.
I got one from Terryville. Kudos to them. I got a reservation out in Terryville. I got that and the flu shot. So I got 2 shots in one deal.
Well, I already got my flu shot and my tetanus shot. So I'm good for those and everything else. So, yeah.
Yep.
We're good and back.
And before we start, do we have to do we have to do our Merry Christmas promo that we didn't do last year? We have to do one of those this year.
Yeah, we should do our Merry Christmas promo.
Do you want to get it? Do you want to get it done with it now before we start, or do you want to wait until the next show?
I thought we were supposed to do a Merry Christmas one in the studios.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have to pick a date for that. So just as long, because my dates that I'm not free is the 17th, the 20th, the 22nd. I'm watching my cousin wrestle Central, and I got basketball on the 23rd. So we got one. Any of the other dates, I'm fine because already I've had dates that are moving around with my high school basketball. Another one got moved. So
yep.
But we'll do that. You'll have to let me know when we got to go down to the studio. Hopefully, maybe it'll be the end of the week or something. I don't know.
Okay. We'll contact Biggie and
we'll contact him if we have to go during the week. Then I'm okay with that too. Like I said, I have I've got 2.5 weeks right now, 16 days to be exact. So we're good.
Yeah, 16 days. Okay. We'll probably fit that in.
I think we can, and then we can do our Christmas shout out, and then if we have to do a show down there just for a little bit, we can do that too. Give them a little taste.
Yeah, we'll give it a little bit of FaceTime. So you're fresh off the high school tournament championship.
Yeah, yep. Our high school football season came to an end last night, but I was very excited, regardless, because doing high school football at Bristol Central for 29 years, one of my goals was to get into a playoff game, and that finally happened. It finally happened. We were hoping we were going to play Windsor, but it didn't happen that way because everything else didn't fall where we wanted to. So we had to go to Maloney last night to mirror it into a Tuesday night. And unfortunately, it didn't go well when 4 interceptions and a fumble and a 49-14 defeat. We were like, yup, that was as tough as it got, but I wasn't disappointed. I probably would have been a little more disappointed if it was a closer game, but I was very excited about doing a playoff game, and that was my scratching off the bucket list. And I don't know if I'll be able to do another playoff game again, but I did already announce that I will be back for season 30 next year for football, and then we'll take it from there. So it's like a 1 year at a time thing now for me.
So was Maloney the just a better team, or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maloney was fast. They were quicker, faster. We played them 2 years ago in the regular season. So we were very familiar with them. I guess the footballs we had to use last night
were deflated
for the tournament. No, there were different kind of footballs for a tournament game. You can't
deflated.
No, not quite. You had to use different name brand footballs for the playoffs. You couldn't use the ones you had for the whole season. So we had these footballs that were like a little I wasn't too thrilled what they looked like, but but
They had to look like footballs. What else?
They did, but the
What
lacings were more white than black. Put it
White
that way.
than
They were
black?
much
Okay.
different. Yeah, they were much different.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
But I'm happy. If we'd won that game, we would have been home to Massac on Sunday. But that's all a moot point. So now I'm on to basketball, starting just 16 days away. So 2 weeks. I get a nice little break.
Nice little break until you're sitting announcing basketball.
Yeah, and running the score clock.
And running the score clock.
And then like I said, I probably may all goes well. I got a nice little invite maybe to go bowling with a couple people that I normally get to do games with, and they're special people, but unfortunately they couldn't do football this year because of the COVID rules. They couldn't, they were handing out water bottles. So they couldn't be on the field, unfortunately. So it was a bummery. So
I'm bummery on that. Okay.
Yep.
So that gets the local stuff out of the way and stuff like that. So
now we have to bring up the sport that now we finally have to bring it up now, unfortunately, as look at the time on your watch. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. We've mentioned this last show and stuff like that about baseball. We are 4 hours away?
4 hours and 5 minutes away from
4 hours and 5
from the locks going on the gates.
So the time you've probably viewed this episode, folks, the gates will be locked. They will be locked.
Yeah, unless if you're a free agent, you still have time to sign with a team. But if you don't make it by midnight, guess what? You're out of luck. And the players are not allowed to talk to management. I don't think they're allowed to talk to coaches. I believe they cannot make any contact. That's almost like you can't make contact with anybody, like if you were on social media or something. You can't.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do it.
So more of the detail, I got to read a little bit of it. They did discuss. They had some meetings at the hotel in a hotel today. They didn't say what location, but they said it lasted 30 minutes, and then they said nope. So
really,
30 minutes. That's all it was. And that's how it was the other day too. 45 minutes.
That doesn't sound good at all. That doesn't.
And it's December 1st, so we're gonna have a work stop. Well, you can't really call it too much of a work stoppage because this is the off season. But now this is where you normally have your GM meetings, you do your signings, and
winter meetings, everything. Yep.
And this is the first time we're gonna have a stoppage since 1994. So.
Yeah. So gear up, folks.
But there's a difference. This is a lockout, not a strike. There's a big difference. The owners are locking the players out. So let's hope that this doesn't last too long and it doesn't go deep, or otherwise, this could be a mess. And then we could lose baseball games for the regular season. It could be like a 60-game regular season, which I hope it doesn't happen again.
Yeah,
but
I hope
I guess I can bring up the proposals, what they were bringing up. So stand by here because I saw what the proposals were.
Okay, let's bring those up.
We'll bring them up.
Let's see what they're proposing. Let's see.
Yeah, actually, here it is.
Okay.
MLB lockout imminent talks. Talks end after 7 minutes.
After 7 minutes?
That's what
our show is longer than 7 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
We talk baseball longer than 7 minutes.
It said lockout of Major League Baseball. Yeah, I don't think so. It says MLB and MLBPA no closer to new CBA lockout looming. The lockout looming appeared imminent talks between the league less than 12 hours before expiration of the game's collective bargaining agreement. It's basically, here we go. We're going to be going back to the bargaining table. They tried 3 days worth of this, but you know what the problem is, Joe?
Why?
Why did we wait until the last minute? Instead, you could have been doing this when the World Series was over.
Yeah, I know. You had plenty of time to sit down and negotiate, and you just want to do this now. That's
Yup. And then they were saying before the meetings, the league had proposed a 14-team postseason in a package including
14-team?
Yeah, CBT.
14?
Balance tax threshold of $210 million to $214 million with the growth that would increase to $220 million. The union's proposal had included a reduction from its previous ask from 248 to 245.
Okay, let's take one of these things at a time. 14 play. teams in a
48
play.
teams in the playoffs.
What is that?
That's
Everybody in? That's everybody in.
That's just as bad as when you had a 60-game regular season that almost everybody made it.
That's worse than the NCAA having 68 teams go in for the playoffs.
Yes.
I mean,
yes, that's crazy.
I mean, if you all met at a neutral field and you were only doing one game playoffs, maybe, but not. Oh, what do you want? Baseball to end in a freaking December with snow on the ground?
You'd have 2 out of 3 games probably in the first round.
Yeah.
Or you have to reduce the series. You're going to have to go 2 out of 3 for the first 2 rounds, and then you go 4 out of 7 for the ALCS or the NLCS to the World Series.
Something like that. Something like that. You're going to have to reduce the regular season if you add that many teams to the playoffs.
Yep. Well, not only that, Joe.
Yeah, you're going to stress pitchers out.
Yeah, and they have been talking about the designated hitters, which I'm okay with. The only thing they should do, either designated hitters in both leagues, or you have to have your pitchers bat in both leagues. You cannot have one that you do and one that you don't.
Yeah, I know, but that's the fun of the NL and the AL. You know, that's part of the rivalry between those two leagues, and having their own different saying and stuff. You know, it's So I'm all for having the DH just stay. You know, I am. Who wants to see a pitcher hit a ball when they can't, or some can, some can't?
Well, some people can hit a home run if you get fortunate, and there have been some that really don't.
Yeah, I know. Ohtani is probably the best one hitter in baseball. He you know, so so he can pitch in and hit, but that's very rare. So I'm just for the DH. Just put the DH in there. Get another bat in there. Get your pitcher. Just sit him on the bench during the innings, okay, until he has to pitch.
Well, this is what I'm also reading.
What else we got?
The MLB made 3 proposals last week that included a number of concessions to the players, the elimination of the current qualifying offer system, which would remove draft pick compensation attached to any free agent, a draft lottery similar to the one used by the NBA. Oh, wonderful.
Boy.
The universal DH, which would add 15 everyday jobs for hitters in the NL. The average salary for a DH in 2021 was $9.2 million.
Woohoo! I take that.
An increase to the minimum player salary. That's what we really need. And an increase into the CBT threshold, the thing tax.
Well, not every player makes the league minimum. What is it? Like a couple million or something like that. So
continue. I gotta do something. Continue.
So not every player makes billions and billions of dollars throughout the league. So it is, compensating for the little guy on the field. So my co-host is watching his hockey right now. So I'm on my own. There he is, not on my own. He's back. He's got his Christmas tree hat on.
Yeah.
Which I'll make comments about later.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just taken, we hope not a lot of baseball fans, leave again.
I hopefully not too, because, okay, baseball fans, I know you sat out before and you got upset at this.
We went about 8 months, I think, after the strike.
8 months or something like that. And I know what brought you back was the home run challenge between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, and that really brought baseball back. But this time, folks, just go to your Facebook pages of your teams and stuff like that, and say, please,
and have a say.
And have a say this
tickets
time.
Are going to go up. Ticket prices are going to go up if it keeps going the rate we're going. Because I've just read too, a lot of teams have spent, over $1 billion. That's like, where's the salary cap?
Where's the salary cap at all? But so just go to your Facebook pages, go to the team's Facebook page, go to your Twitters,
even go to your TikTok if you want.
Yeah, go to your TikTok. Start making videos saying no more lockout.
How do you feel about it?
How do you feel? Tell baseball, how do you feel about this? And get the buzz going, because it is about you, the fans. And if baseball sees that you're not going to come back and not going to feel the same way, they're going to end this quickly and quicker.
Because if we start waiting until April and they're still doing this, they're going to start pulling games. And the last time we had a lockout in any sport, I hate to say it, it was football. Believe it or not,
football.
That was the last time we had a lockout, but they actually got it done in the winter.
Yeah.
I think they lost training camps, but that was it. That's all.
I think so too. But just start having a voice out there, baseball fans. Start making yourself heard now. Because
like I said, if you want to worry about what's going on, you better enjoy these free agents, because TikTok, we're down to under 4 hours before the keys are put on the locks.
Yep. So
it's very sad, but you know what? Unfortunately, you knew they were going to fart around, and here we are now. And it's like, once the clock strikes midnight, guess what? It's like Cinderella. Your ball became a pumpkin.
Your ball becomes a pumpkin. The horses become rats again, or something. And she's wearing a torn up dress. Yeah, she's homeless again. So if you want to be without baseball again, because even if they come back with a shortened season and you're mad at baseball like this, there's no real home run challenge to actually bring you guys back.
The All-Star game could get canned.
Yep, the All-Star game can be canned, but there's nothing really baseball can do if you guys leave to bring you back after this one. There's really nothing they can do. So if you leave, and if you really do love baseball, start making yourself heard right now.
Right now.
Do it.
Wait.
Don't wait.
Go ahead. If you have a Facebook, like I do, if you have a Facebook sports page, I'm waiting to hear what I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm betting you tonight, you may have one of these people just go right off.
Yep. Just make sure Yep. Do whatever you can, fans. Do whatever you can.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. What else we got?
I'll let you talk basketball first, because the hockey one, we already had a little laugh about what I'm going to be saying about suspension. So go ahead.
Well, let's see. LeBron James is on the COVID list and stuff like that. He's on the 4-day COVID list. He got zonked. So he'll be back after 4 days. He's wearing number 6.
Less. Remember, it could be 24 hours. He gets 2 negatives. Guess what he gets to do?
2 weeks.
Oh, is it automatic too? I thought if he could get 2 negative tests, he would automatically
2 negative tests. I thought 2 positive tests.
No.
If he gets 2 negative tests, he's automatically in the game and back slamming the basketball automatically. So LeBron James is back to wearing number 6. I noticed that. He's not wearing number 23 anymore.
No, that was announced. He was going to wear number 6 during the offseason. I heard about that.
Yep. So that's good for LeBron. Steph Curry still going off, still playing very well. And I know they lost to
Golden State's the best team in the NBA right now. They're playing really good.
They are playing good, but they lost last night to another team. I forgot which team it was.
Brooklyn Nets. We have actually heard hearing them talk is it's really died down now.
Yeah, it has. I haven't heard anything from our buddy Irving.
Irving is still. Don't be surprised if he doesn't play this year.
Yeah. So the Boston Celtics still trying to find themselves. They go on a run for a couple games and then they fall off. I mean, so what to do there? I mean, they have talent. They have talent all over that court. So it's not talent that's failing them. That's for sure. Maybe it's just trying to put it together the right talent to go on.
Still getting paid, by the way, even though he's not playing.
Who?
Kyle
Irving?
Irving,
Yeah. I was talking about the Celtics.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. So Kyrie Irving, blah. I'm done with him.
Yeah. So
are we. And the New York Knicks are doing well and stuff like that. The Memphis Grizzlies, John Morant, he's really fun to watch for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's pretty good.
Chicago Bulls, I've heard, are playing very well right now.
Chicago's back in the mix again. So, yeah. I mean, the NBA season is rolling.
Now, we've had one coach fired so far, right? They did get rid of Walton. They did get rid of him.
Yes.
Okay,
They got
but he's the only one so far, correct?
So far. So far, we got one coach fired. And, we're just waiting for that Christmas Day action of basketball.
5 games. Yep.
5 games.
And a football game. That's right. There's an NFL game.
There's an NFL game. Football.
Let's talk about the LeBron James little fight that he had in Detroit that looked like a brawl.
Yes. So he got into a little brawl, a little fight. Was that bloody? Yeah, I think that was bloody, right?
Yeah, and I heard the suspensions. They both really got off scot-free.
Yeah, they did. So LeBron James is a competitor to a certain point, his buttons can be pushed, especially
LeBron still has his toughness in him, but
yeah. So a little scuffle, no suspensions, no nothing, a little scuffle.
Well, actually, LeBron did got a 1-game suspension. The other one got a 2-gamer.
Yeah.
So,
okay. But no biggie, Daryl.
No, not yet. We're just waiting to see when Detroit and Indiana have one of those fights again where it just goes an all-out brawl and then,
Oh, you mean the Ron Artest one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Ron Artest, the one that led into the fans. Ron Artest beating up a fan.
So they threw stuff at him. So,
yeah.
That was pretty rough and that was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. So, But
other teams you want to give a shout out to, Joe?
The Phoenix. Oh yeah, Golden State lost to the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul had
very well right now.
Chris Paul had a nice game, and stuff like that. So Phoenix is playing well. They're passing the ball very well. So yeah, Phoenix is doing well. They're back to a championship quality contender team.
We haven't heard much about the Milwaukee Bucks though, huh?
Not on my part. I don't get to watch them that much.
Okay. I thought maybe we've seen a little bit of the Milwaukee Bucks on national television or something.
Well, yeah, I do. Well, when I watch ESPN or TNT or Sling or something like that.
Don't worry. You won't be tuning in TNT tonight because tonight it's my sport that's on there tonight. So
what's that sport? Lacrosse or something?
Up. Yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up
next. What is that? Turtle walking or
no? Not turtle walking, not duck running, or not turkey vulture racing.
Turkey vulture racing? What's that?
I know. I know. I had to bring that up, but
turkey. You actually probably did see that, didn't you?
I've seen a turkey get a squirrel, Joe. It was bad enough I had to see it.
Turkey gets a squirrel
back in October, so it wasn't very pretty. I had to see it live in action.
Live action, turkey vulture. Rawr,
yes,
squirrel. There it goes.
All right. Okay. So I guess I have to bring this up. And
go ahead.
Brendan Lemieux used to play for the New York Rangers, now plays for the Los Angeles Kings. On Saturday afternoon against the Ottawa Senators, decided, let's fight Brady Tkachuk.
Yep.
Well, during the fight, of course, you had to see the little window that they had going on. He decided to go like this to him. Decided to bite his teeth.
He was yummy. He's yummy.
Yeah, well,
not you being yummy. It's him being yummy.
So Brady Tkachuk, went to the official and said, he bit my hand, and I'm looking at him like, oh no, yes he did. So what happens? They both got a 5-minute major.
Yep.
Brandon Lemieux got a 5-minute major for something else too, and that meant a game misconduct, and that means he didn't have a hearing. He had like an in-person hearing, more like excuse me, Joe, we cannot yawn tonight. I got 6 games. So instead of doing an in-person, he decided to do a Zoom meeting.
Zoom meeting. Okay.
Yes, very familiar, because when you're in a Zoom meeting, you automatically get about 5-6 games. And they decided to give him just 5 games, which he got very lucky, because it could have been a whole lot worse.
Yep.
But it's something you don't ever see in the National Hockey League. It's very rare. But yeah, we have a nice little biting incident. It wasn't very pretty.
No, it wasn't. No.
We also had Brad Marchand got a 3-game suspension for slew footing.
Slew footing? What is slew footing?
Okay, I'm so glad you asked. You are the 4th person who has asked me what slew footing is in hockey.
Guaranteed, I'm not the 4th person. It's probably 100 people that asked you, what is slew footing?
Slew footing is when you're playing with the puck into the corner and the board's trying to move it, and instead of normally using your stick for a trip, all of a sudden he must have either almost tried to step on him with his skate on his foot, or he turned his foot and it got caught. And thank goodness it wasn't a serious injury, because slew footing can be pretty nasty if you do it wrong.
Okay. So I get to try this on you, right? I get to try some slew footing?
You could if you want, but you're asking for a twisted ankle at the worst.
No, on you.
On me? No, thanks. I don't want to limp.
Yeah.
No, I can't afford to limp right now. I need to get done.
I'll go to Ocean State Job Lot and do some suit fitting for you.
Yeah, my one of the associates I drive him nuts with would probably love it for every minute he could. So
yeah. Look what's happening to Coachy.
Yeah. Yep. Goodbye. See you later. I'm home on the disabled list.
Yeah.
No, so unfortunately, because Marchand has been suspended before for other things, he got 3 games out of this. If this was his first offense, it would have been 1. But he's gotten in some other trouble in the past. So, so then we also had Evander Kane. His 21-game suspension finally expired, but now he's playing in the minor leagues for the San Jose Barracudas.
Okay. Barracuda.
They did put him on waivers, and there you go, Rangers, you're on the board. So he basically tried to put him on waivers. Nobody claimed him, so he went to the minors, and they'll see if he can get back up to par, and maybe he'll get his legs back and everything else. So it's nice to see him back, but please don't get in trouble again. And then we had another player, Matt Murray, who was put on waivers because he's off to an 0-5 start. That won't get you anywhere.
No, that won't.
We did have a hockey team who did basically. We had another Zonk team, but the rules were. Is it super slow all the way? Yes, it is. No tip. Okay, so what happened with I guess the rules are, if you get put on the Zonk list, the team gets postponed. I'm guessing you have to have more than 8 players or more to have the league shut you down. And the Islanders were at 7. They tried to postpone the game. The NHL said no, because they were at 7. And then about 2 days later, they got 2 more put on there, and that meant a total of 9. And then that's when they said, nope, 2 games postponed. They didn't play Sunday. They didn't play on Tuesday. They are scheduled to play on Thursday night. So, but I'm telling you, we need to be smart, because we can't afford to start having teams go downhill, because the Winter Olympics are coming right around the corner. And if we're not very careful, the league may have to talk and review and find out, what are we going to do? Are we going to have the NHL players go to the Olympics, or are we going to say, nope, we're going to give them a 3-week break and just practice at home if needed?
Maybe that will happen.
It could
and the
happen.
college kids again.
I mean, so far, I've been looking around all the sports that have been, if anybody's really been zonked. College basketball has been clean so far.
Yep.
College football only had one game that was postponed, but it's going to be played this week, USC and UCLA, because they were zonked between both teams. We almost had one between Michigan State and Penn State. Both teams got the flu outbreak.
Yeah.
So, but they actually went ahead and played their game. NBA's been okay so far. I haven't heard too many names who's been on the zonk list. So really it's been the NHL and the NFL so far this year have been getting the zonk list. But the NFL, at least we haven't had a game that's been postponed yet. So we've had two teams in hockey who've had to take the pause, but they're still letting fans go. Buffalo Sabres, please, you need to get your fans back in the stands. I've only seen about 9,000 fans attend games. That's going to lose your money real quick, because that's about a 20,000 seat arena.
Yep.
Out there, and most of the fans, when it's filled, it's because the opposing teams are playing there.
Yeah. You know? Just like in Tampa.
Yeah, no, not really. Tampa Bay Lightning are selling out their the Rays. Yeah, I know.
No, the Rays. That's what I was talking about.
You make the playoffs and you still can't
sell out your team.
Can't sell out your team. You know, the only team that wants to be successful down in Tampa is the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
yeah, and they definitely sell out theirs.
But so far the best teams that have been at the one quarter poll has been the Florida Panthers, the Carolina Hurricanes, New York Rangers. I'm a Rangers fan. I've been very impressed how they're doing. In fact, tonight they're beating Philadelphia right now 1-0. Their goals are up. The scoring's been better. Defense has been really good. There have been a couple games where, I think they've only had one game with one mental breakdown when they were in Edmonton, when they were up 4-1. And then once you start going in the penalty box, whoops, you're going to have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl start putting the puck in the net, which, by the way, the other night, first time all year, neither of them had a point. After one had a 17-game point streak and another one had a 19-game point streak.
Okay.
But they still have a long way to go before they ever catch Wayne Gretzky.
Wait.
And congrats to Alexander Ovechkin of the Washington Capitals. He's scoring goals in bunches still. I think he could catch Jaromir Jagr, who's number 3. Catching the other two, if he can stay on the health trail and he doesn't do anything stupid, he could get it maybe 3 years. Maybe. There's a lot going on in that. So, but yeah, that's my take on hockey. There will be another session on it Friday, and I'll talk about a couple teams, because I am impressed with a couple teams right now, and I am disappointed with a couple teams, but I will save that for Friday, because our next topic is college football. And I want to say right now, Michigan playing Ohio State, congrats to the Wolverines, because
I saw that game. I saw that. Yep, they came ready to play. Congrats to Jim Harbaugh.
And you know what? Jim Harbaugh, I think if he did not win, I think his job was safe, because he's had a winning record this year.
Yeah.
If he had a record of about the 500 mark again, I think he would have been let go. But now I don't see that happening. Now I think he's pretty safe now.
Yeah, he's pretty safe. He'll probably go to maybe the national championship game.
Right now, Michigan is I'm not believing going to say this, but Michigan is went to number 2. They jumped pretty quick. Now they do have a Big Ten championship game on Saturday against Iowa.
Yep.
If they win that, then they're guaranteed to go.
Yeah, they are.
The only team that is not guaranteed is Alabama.
Yeah.
Because
true.
Even if Georgia does lose to Alabama, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad loss for Georgia. I think
that wouldn't be. No.
They'll be safe regardless. I mean, if Alabama doesn't win, there is another team out there that could peak. Oklahoma State is peaking right now, and Notre Dame. But I don't think with Notre Dame it's going to be enough.
No, I don't think so. Even if they flat out destroy a opponent, Notre Dame won't have enough to
and
impress.
then of course, and this is my opinion, Joe. Oklahoma losing to Oklahoma State, Lincoln Riley, their coach. If Oklahoma had won that game, he would not have booked to go to USC. He would not have left.
True.
Because he lost He's not going to a big bowl game. Well, they still could go to a decent bowl game.
Yeah.
But because they're not in the championship, they're probably going to have to play. They're probably not going to play on New Year's Day. So that's why I think he left and went to USC, and he went for the money, I thought.
Yeah, he went for the money and stuff. Yeah.
Brian Kelly, that was a tough one. I didn't think he was going to book for LSU because Notre Dame still had a shot. And even though Notre Dame didn't get to play in a championship game or something like that, but still.
Well, when coaches see opportunities, just like Randy Axel saw opportunity and he bolted.
Yeah, well, it didn't work.
It didn't work at all.
They came back to UConn. It was 10 times worse.
Yeah, it's 30 times worse. But that's that. But
I understood about Ed Oregon was going to leave LSU, but I didn't think Brian Kelly would jump until after Notre Dame season's over. Now, I don't think that Brian Kelly's coaching Notre Dame's bowl game. I think he's already
I think
LSU,
so too.
and I think it's already like, nope, you can't. I don't think they're going to. LSU's definitely not going to let him go coach Notre Dame because LSU, they take their football way too serious.
Yeah, well, football down there is, very seriously, very, very, very seriously.
The University of Florida, they're still looking for a coach, I believe.
Yep. UConn's not looking for a coach.
No, they got one. In fact, I saw him last night.
You did?
Yes, Jim Mora was at our game last night. Yes. Yep. I just about wanted to introduce myself, and I'm like, no,
Why not, Coach? You could have told me.
I'll explain because because they were recruiting the quarterback for Bristol Central last night.
Yep.
And basically he was talking to his parents. He's still committed to go to UConn right now. They still haven't committed.
Yep.
But I don't think he's going to probably play quarterback. He may wind up playing wide receiver. I don't know.
Okay. Why didn't you introduce yourself? You could have said
But Joe, remember, I was the ball boy. I had to keep my eye on the footballs. I didn't have time to.
I know, but you could have went up to him and said, I co-host a show on team. We could have had him on.
I thought about that. I thought, well, you never know. Maybe I'll see him again. I may see him again because remember, he plays basketball too, so he may wind up going to our games as well.
Well, I think he was there for the quarterback, so.
Right, but Joe, you never know. Some of the football coaches may be there too, watch them play basketball and see what their speed is, so that way they can try and recruit and play football.
Okay. If you see him again, tell him you
I will.
Co-host a show and you want him on
I don't
the
know
show.
If he would have been interested, but because it looked like he was there for more than business. I mean, he was talking to the head of the CIAC last night, so
yeah. You could have had him on our show too, Coachy.
I know. That would be nice if I could. So, but overall, it's been a good college football season. I just don't like it when you have to see coaches, book to.
Hey, Wendy, you're on our show. Wendy, you're on our show.
No, hello. See, sometimes you get phone calls from your end.
You're on our show. She didn't want to be on our show. Oh, come on. Get it.
What'd you do, hang up?
Yeah, she hung up real quick.
Oh, excuse us.
Yeah, excuse us. We're not worthy of a guest.
Oh, come on. We come on. The phone's ring for me, and I've answered the phone on the air live.
I know you have. I wanted my chance.
Yeah, well, you had your shot, and she decided to click.
Yeah, click. So, what did you think of UConn's coach, real quick?
I think I'm hoping he can turn this program around, because if he doesn't, then I've got a real bad feeling they may go back down to Division II. I really think that they could, because they're independent.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they stay
well,
relevant.
You gotta see what the schedule is going to look like. I'm betting you in about maybe 2 years, the schedule is going to definitely change. I don't see the same schedule. I mean, really, next year you want them to go? You want Clemson to come up here? Oh no. That'll be
that'd be a bloodbath.
No, well, it all depends too, but it all hinders on what the play going? Oh, good. My Rangers went up 2-0. Good. Yeah, you're getting a live score on the update here.
Live score.
Joe Farabee still can't still has a shoulder problem. Oh, Brady Hunt's the one who scored.
Okay. Back on focus.
Back on the point.
Focus.
I think Jim Moore is going to do well. He's got college coaching experience. He coached UCLA. He's coached. I think it's the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons, yes.
So, and he was an interim at the Seattle Seahawks as well.
Yep. Okay.
So,
so that's a good deal for you, God.
All right. So I guess what do we say? The NFL right now in the last couple of weeks, we've had teams that have played well. We've had a team that's been playing really good, really hot right now.
Yep, we have.
Teams that have turned cold, and we have a team that can't find a quarterback with the running, like the New Orleans Saints, that really can't do anything.
Yeah, the New Orleans Saints. Well, let's take this team by team and stuff. Let's see. Let's talk about a little bit about the Cowboys and stuff. They've been up and down lately.
Now you got two players. You got a coach. You got another player, another coach that's zonked.
Yep, another coach and stuff.
Yep. Mike McCarthy now won't be coaching tomorrow night. Amari Cooper is still not ready after he's still on the zonked list.
Yep.
And then they announced today Cedric Wilson will not play tomorrow. He has a knee injury, so the running game is going to be loaded. Dak Prescott's expression on his face after losing a game was shocking and horror. He has that look on his face like I'm not going to win a championship here ever. I'm staying here or not. You're stuck with him. You're stuck with him here, and he's stuck here. So so Dallas is Dallas. Good thing they're in a weak division, or they would be in a lot more trouble. The only team they probably need to keep an eye on is the Washington football team.
Yeah, a little bit, but they can keep their eye on them. The other two, you don't need to worry.
No, Giants, no. Philly,
no.
After they just lost, no.
No. So, another team, Seattle Seahawks.
Oh God, they're now the most.
They are disappointing. The most disappointing team. So who do you think goes in Seattle? Does Russell Wilson go?
I think Pete Carroll's going to wind up calling. They will not get rid of Pete Carroll unless he resigns or retires. They're not going to fire him. They can't.
So it'd be Russell going somewhere else.
There's a possibility, but I think Pete Carroll's time's almost up.
Pete Carroll, yeah, okay.
Because I've already heard Russell Wilson. He may be ready for a new change. He may be ready for a new team.
Yeah, I think so too. Did Seattle rush him back from that injury too fast?
Yup, I think so.
I think so too.
I think he's having trouble gripping the football.
Yep, and his throws aren't really that accurate. You can see him wobbling and stuff.
I heard, and I believe I'm not mistaken, DK Metcalf didn't have one catch.
Yep. Yeah, not even one. So yeah, that's the most disappointing team.
The Rams are starting to go downhill too.
A little bit. The Rams are. Is that Odell Beckham being there?
No.
Affecting.
At first, I thought it would be a distraction. He actually did have a touchdown in Green Bay, but it's not the same without Robert Woods.
Yep. I can't really bag on Green Bay anymore because they actually are proving themselves.
Yeah, well, you got to watch Aaron Rodgers and his pinky toe.
Pinky toe with Aaron Rodgers, but, I think Green Bay is a contender for the Super Bowl. And Tampa Bay is a contender. Brady's still rolling.
Yep.
Even with that tough win over the Colts, that was a tougher game.
That was a big win for them out there. They needed that one. They needed a win against a tough team. They couldn't keep on winning just against cupcake teams.
Yep, true.
We had the Tennessee Titans have gone wrong.
Yep. Mr. Henry, King Henry, is that team. I believe he is the whole team. Without him on the field, Trent Dilfer, Trent Dilfer, right?
Yeah, well, he's retired. He did win a Super Bowl at least, so
yeah,
you're good in that category.
Yeah. What's the Tennessee's quarterback?
Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill.
He threw for 93 yards the entire game and a touchdown.
He's looking very mediocre. He's lost. Without Mr. Henry in the backfield. So he needs that weapon in the backfield to actually look good.
Mm-hmm. Well, and of course now they're having some wide receiver issues too, because now they lost A.J. Brown for at least a couple weeks.
That too. And
Julio Jones has not been their answer. He's had a tough year as well.
Yep, hasn't even really clicked at all. So yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
What was it? We also had even Tennessee lost to Houston. That was bad.
That was bad. That was real bad.
And then of course Houston had a chance to win 2 games in a row. That didn't happen. The Jets won.
Yeah, the Jets would squeak one out.
Uh-huh.
The Patriots are rolling.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. The only issue I have with New England right now is our offensive line. That is the only problem I have right now with them.
Well, I thought in the game against who do we play?
Not Tennessee, but Atlanta.
Tennessee.
Yeah, but before that, remember, we were hiatus for 3 weeks, so I got to talk about the one with Atlanta too, because that game we should have scored more points. We did not score as many points as we should have.
Yeah, I think we took the the throttle off the gas though on that one.
We did because the offensive line, we did really more running than passing. But I thought the offensive line the last couple of weeks, I think it's been a little sluggish, and they've got their biggest game by far. This is their biggest game of the season since the wild card game against Tennessee a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
and this is the first time we're actually playing the Buffalo Bills, and we can beat this team because Josh Allen. This is not nowhere near what Buffalo was last year. No way.
Nowhere. Is it because he has too many weapons? Maybe. Is he?
Well, he's got Stephon Diggs has scored a touchdown in 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. He's been playing good. That's been their best receiver right now. Their running game, no, it's been shut down. Yeah, the defense has gotten you 2 shutouts.
Yeah.
But New England can be very sneaky. I mean, Mr. Kendrick Bourne.
Yep, Kevin Bourne.
Last couple weeks.
Yep.
He's been good. He's been getting touchdowns. Bill Belichick's been praising him.
Yep. Kendrick Bourne.
He's looked really good. Our tight ends, Hunter Henry has been playing well. Janu Smith's been playing well.
Better. I believe in the Tennessee game when they were up 26 to 13, they actually let Mac Jones experiment a little bit with more of the offensive plays. I believe it was in the fourth quarter. They started spreading out 5
wide.
That's
because Tennessee was struggling so bad that they decided to give him a chance for it.
Well, they actually gave Mac Jones a little bit of freedom out there, to see what he could do, and great job of trying to practice that is in a game. He almost threw a pick. I see, but his reads are progressing nicely. He's looking off one, he's looking to the other, he's looking off that one and going to Hunter Henry and stuff like that. So New England's keeping it very simple in the beginning. Once they have that lead, they let Mac Jones run it a little bit more. They give him freedom. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign for New England.
Well, let's keep it up. Don't stop because we are in first place. But remember, we still haven't had the bye yet.
Yep. That bye after Buffalo is our bye.
Yeah, and remember, we already got flexed on one game already.
Yep.
Because Indianapolis went from Sunday to Saturday night on the 18th.
Sunday's Saturday night?
Yeah, I read it too. New England's playing Indianapolis. I think it's in Indianapolis. It's a Saturday night at 8:20 on NFL Network.
Yep. Oh, NFL Network?
They changed it. Yeah, they changed it.
Oh.
No, don't worry. I'll have that on TV while I got 12 hockey games going across the other screen. So
I'm coming over.
Okay. Why, you don't have NFL Network?
No.
Oh, you should.
I know.
Well, maybe they'll let you order it for one night.
Maybe.
I mean, credit only costs you maybe $5 to watch the game.
Yeah, $5 watch the game. Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Come on, Joe.
But okay. We got about 5 minutes left. What do you want to wrap up about?
Well, we just No,
stop watching that. Get away from
No, it's 3-0 now.
3-0 now. Get away, man.
Oh no, sorry, no, goal disallowed. Goal's disallowed. It's still 2-0. They disallowed the goal. Anyway, we have to be careful. We're going up again in hospitalizations again, and the positivity rate is a little high right now.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the not so good part because I know we're back with the holidays being with people, which is good, but still, here we have to be careful because now we have a nice new virus coming out now. And and we got the first one that came from the United States today. So San Francisco. So unfortunately, I think we could be wearing masks forever at the rate we're going.
Yeah, probably we are.
I also wanted to mention, coming around that with Christmas with, by the way, college basketball. Yeah, I do want to make a shout out that Ohio State did knock off #1 Duke.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. Not too bad.
Yeah, because Ohio State was down as much as 13.
Yep. Watch that one.
Did the Ohio State fans storm the court after they won?
I think so. Yeah.
That figures.
Yeah, I got to storm the court. You know what?
That was coming, but hey, Gonzaga and Duke have a loss each. So.
Yeah. I never are too high about Gonzaga. I'm never high on that team.
Gonzaga's going to play well until they get to the tournament. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but they got blown out in the last tournament they were in.
Yeah, well, the championship
game, they got blown out.
Close against Baylor.
No, they wasn't even. It was so far apart that the
most Gonzaga got within striking distance was, and I remember this, it was by 10.
Yeah,
and then
10.
After that, good night, Irene.
Got trashed again. Yeah.
Our the UConn men's team is actually I heard last night they didn't play the prettiest of the games.
No, they didn't.
They did manage to beat Maryland East Shore, I think the name of the college is.
Yep. Maryland East Shore. I don't even know if that's on the East Shore.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is.
I don't even know if it's a Division II school or not, but I won't look that up. I'll look that up the next time.
Yeah, you'll look that up next time. Okay.
So, but it's almost divisional play time anyway, so it's getting closer. But they're still doing the non-conference games, and and hey, at least the good news is that by this time last year, we were only watching college basketball. We didn't have any hockey. We didn't have any football.
Football, basketball. We didn't have any.
College basketball didn't start right away. It was only college football. Sitting playing video games instead.
Yeah, we only had that far. So we're far ahead of what we were last year, and we want to keep it that way. We want to keep it rolling.
And don't forget, folks, this is probably the first for us that we're doing the first time in our life. We're doing 2 shows in a week.
Yeah. So
only because we were in the hiatus world when it wasn't planned, but we're going to get it done for Friday, and then we'll see how it rolls for next week. We'll probably be back to 1, but you never know. Or like Joe said, we may be in the studio for a Christmas one, but we got to wait on the date for that. We have to hear from Brian.
Yep, we got to contact Brian.
I'd love to do it. Probably, if best would be good, we can do it middle of the week and not on a Friday because, like I said,
Friday they close at 1, so at the studio.
Okay, yeah, then we'll probably have to do it during. Okay, then we'll have to do it during the.
Yeah.
Week. Probably, if it gets done, probably maybe a Tuesday or or Wednesday after I eat.
Yeah,
eat
after you eat, you gotta have some food in you.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
Coachy doesn't perform without
Before we drive
food.
down, believe me. And then of course we get to wait and see. And I already heard you talk to Dawn, so that's all good. And
Yep.
I'll see when I get another show with Dawn, even though she said right now I'm on hold. So.
Oh, okay.
Which is okay. I don't mind it right now.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got her shows to do. She's got her art stuff, and
Yep. I gave her some more art stuff to do. Yeah.
Keep it up, Dawn.
Keep it up. Keep it up,
Dawn.
I
think that's a wrap.
Yeah, that is a wrap. So this has been the Sportsman Show.